I am approaching Martinique. And by that I mean I'm here, despite my best intentions. My god, it's fucking hot as hell in this funk ass room I'm in once again, and I'm still playing games anyway, and I'm not turning on my fan because I'd rather suffer than ruin my audio. I'm playing Disco Elysium. I'm playing Disco Elysium. I'm playing Disco Elysium. God, it's so fucking hot. I can't fucking believe it. I need water. I need to have water next to me. There we go. It's almost finished. It's like 3/4 of the way gone. And this water's been sitting here for, I think, a week, but it's got the phantom coldness, probably. News excessive thirst can be a sign of early onset diabetes. No, I've not heard that, but I'm sure it doesn't apply to me, because I got checked out for diabetes like less than a month ago. So I'm good. Sat Rex. None of that today. This is just normal city something. I don't know. Here's the game. And I need to silence my music. Is it just really quiet, or? Oh yeah, I think it's just quiet. Oh god, so hot. I think the game audio is just quiet right now. I don't think that's an accurate representation of how it's gonna be. Alright. I'll be honest, I don't know too much about this game, but I've played like maybe the first 10-20 minutes, and I I died twice before I got much farther. So that's interesting. But I'm gonna be the thinker, because I've already committed to that at this point. Bro, it's only like 80 degrees. You don't understand. My room is like a, oh hey, hey Ash. You don't understand. My room is a fucking hot box. And oh, thanks Ash. And especially thank you for confirming for me that the goddamn like bit reaction that's supposed to happen is not working. That's great. God damn it. How are you, Ash? Still,
Congrats on your gold medal, Ash Sanctuary
nice.
TTV.
God. This stream is gonna be like 50% me complaining about how hot it is, because I cannot fucking believe. It's like a fucking, what's the word? It's like, it's as if every side of this room is made out of one-way magnifying glasses, which I think is like all magnifying, but they all magnify inward at me, and the heat just like goes so far up. It's still, even with the fan on, it's too much. Like even when I'm at my job and I'm constantly going out into the sun, fucking, at least, well, not constantly, but very often, I do not get this fucking hot. Ah! What is wrong with this room?
Water and water and water, water, water.
Thank you.
Water and water, water, water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water.
It's lukewarm, but it still helps. Water. But I'm playing Disco Elysium, which was...
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
I forgot about the voice acting. But just for context, what I do know about this game is that it's a extremely well-made, like, almost like tabletop RPG-esque game that involves like a lot of like checks and having high stats with certain things makes certain things happen, and making important decisions that matter and affect how the story unfolds and whatnot. Yeah. So when I tried playing this game on my own, I got like a little bit, I literally got like just 5 minutes past the tutorial and died. Not died, but there's two ways you can die in this game. There's a physical death and a mental death. And both times I mentally died. Once because I could try to I tried to convince somebody that there was a dark, sexy twist to a mystery case and failed, and I didn't expect it to do morale damage, and then it did, and I was like, well, that fucking sucks, let me try again. And I went slightly farther, but then I don't even know what happened. I feel like it just randomly took morale damage and just was like, I can't fucking do this anymore, and I died. And you know what? When you die in this game, you go back to your last save. And you know what doesn't, like, when saves don't happen? Apparently not within the first 10 minutes of the game. So I had to start over from the beginning. Like I failed twice. I've actually started over from the beginning 3 times. And after the 3rd time, I was like, fuck it. I'm not playing this anymore tonight. I can't go through that tutorial again. Anyway. Thanks, Poppet.
Ever. Never, ever.
Yeah. So, I'm not gonna do any reacting to the first 10 minutes of this game because I've seen it too many times. Ow.
Never, ever, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not
That voice
after
sounds
all
like it
the
must be hell on the
damage
throat.
you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible.
Ex-love.
Stay. Sail with me through the abyss
Yeah,
of
I can't even get
legends.
anywhere close to it. It's raspy. Extenderness. So raspy. I want to get up now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there.
Shut up. I don't care. I'm a brave idiot.
Somewhere in the saw, bloated like a fly to the ointment. Your conscience sticks to it. The
Mother, help me with a head
limbed
attached to my neck and I'm
machine
in
of
it.
pain.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Stench of liquor. It rises from your mouth. What sort of creature
A
does this? Oh,
fiery
man.
streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a
Sound. A clarion call from the man.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice Canadian motor carriage.
Alright. So, another thing I know about this game, that throughout dialogue you'll get extra sort of dialogue from voices in your head depending on what stats you have leveled up. And since I picked one of the presets, the Thinker, I think the Thinker has like primarily focuses on all of the mental skills, and secondarily like perception and like dexterity type stuff, and then it is no good at physical related stuff.
JJ Twizzler _ says, I basically failed my physics exam today. Yeah.
God damn. I mean, it was really so bad that you already know you failed it? Oh, it's so hot.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Well, I mean,
It
if it's
says
multiple choice, you might
wax
still
on
have
the
done
aluminium key
like
ring.
decently well,
There's a
right?
single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The Whirling in Rags is a hostel cafeteria.
Open
Urban
answers
coast,
only.
frequented by dock workers.
Holy shit. Open answers only for a physics test. That's pretty intense. Oh, here it is. Intelligence, intellect, motorics, physique, and psyche. Okay, so I can see now. Hey, Bopper, welcome in. Oh God, it's so hot. Oh, so hot. Nothing much. Just complaining about how hot it is in my room and playing this game, which technically I have played multiple times, but haven't gotten that far purely because I could not get past the tutorial. Each time. But I can see now, looking at it, that the reason why I kept dying so fast was because my psyche is 1, and I guess that affects how much morale damage you can take before you go through a mental death. Which feels kind of harsh. I don't even know what did it last time. You have no idea what it is? Well, man, you completely missed my beginning explanation, but I'll do it again just for you, Bopper. Again, limited by the fact I've only played the first 10 minutes. It's very much like a tabletop RPG type of game where you're given a lot of freedom to do whatever you want along the story, and you have stats, a lot of stats. Like, look at all of these. You got primary stats here: intellect, psyche, physique, motorics, and then all of the skills underneath it. Dominic! Yes! Sorry, I'm dying. Disco Elysium. Right, I was just saying what kind of game this is for people who didn't know, or at least from what I know. And from what I hear, it's a pretty big game, but like it's mainly you've got these 4 stats, and then you have these. Not sure exactly what they're called. I think skills that I guess they make certain events happen if they're a high enough level or something. I'll be honest, half the time I've seen these come into play, most of the time it doesn't seem that impactful on what actually happens, but there definitely were some that changed the things that happened. Again, this is purely because I played the tutorial 3 times and died. Part of your character and how you perceive and interact with the world. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair explanation. But yeah, I'll say it again for the last time. I tried playing this game on my own multiple times, and each time I ended up dying like right after this beginning section. Immediately after. Maybe I'd have better luck if I didn't pick like the thinker, but mama didn't raise no quitter. But yeah, anyway, thanks, Bonnet. But I'm probably not going to comment too much on this part because I know literally everything about it from the many times I've replayed it.
Easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns.
Just need to like get my clothes and then get my shoe and examine everything. I don't actually know how much of this is important to look at, but I want to look at everything just in case. Gained a left foot shoe. I'll go over that window last. Why does Bot play 1 second of Wonderwall? Basically, Bot has special programming where anytime that they hear me say anyway, just by itself, like after a long pause, they play a second of Wonderwall. Because anyway, here's Wonderwall. See bottles. Sweet licorice. Got a shirt. Here's a mirror.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine
That's
energy,
funny, I like
someone
that.
has ripped half
Thanks,
the faucet
Bopper.
off.
You know, every time it goes off, a little part of me wonders, like, is this still funny? And then another part of me goes like, I will make this joke until I die. Can we spend CRT points to change it once in a while? Wait, what? You mean change the sound effects? That bot it plays? I mean, actually, that's kind of interesting. But explain what you mean.
Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring towards the little things.
Because we need some other form of entertainment other than abusing me on camera. At least I would hope we would need that. Add a new one for like... Wait, You mean like have like a really high point count for something and then uh and have that be to like add a new sound? I mean, that's interesting. But honestly, I'm well open to suggestions most of the time. I think any suggestion someone would give me in exchange for that many points, I would probably take it the same face value anyway. Uh, and also, I don't really like having too many having too many things that cost like a shit ton of points because I just don't want people to hold on to them. I want the obviously the things that do cooler shit are going to be more expensive, but something that requires like watching up to 30 plus hours of me to get the points for, yeah, I don't want to have to do that. How about a snippet of Darude Sandstorm? Like, in response to me saying anyway? Or just a sound effect that happens? I mean, if just playing sound effects on stream is what you want, I could implement blurb. I mean, I've been thinking about that for a while.
Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror.
Hat
You cannot see yourself,
Swammerdean.
just a vague impression of a man.
I don't have any other hats. Wait. When somebody asks what song is this? Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. That's really funny. However, literally no one fucking ever says that. Well, I guess if it became known that that was a thing, I'm sure everybody would ask it all the time. But then we have the problem of I don't want to listen to Darude Sandstorm for several hours. Like, I love committing to a bit, but I know everyone else on the internet can commit to a bit way longer, especially if it gets to me. Oh, just switching it from ear to ear. You know, I would. It is kind of interesting to have something if I had different outfit. Maybe I should ask the person who made my model, Toru, to consider making some other stuff for my model just for that, because I actually really like that. But the hat switching, probably not. If I'm being honest, I think Toru added in that option purely so that I could see how I like it on one ear compared to the other. And, you know, it just looks so much better, like, on the rabbit side than the cat side. God, it's so fucking hot.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Why are you like 1/10 rabbit? That is a very good question. Well, if you're asking me like a lore reason, I don't really have one. I mean, I have ideas for lore related stuff, but if I were ever going to do that, I'd want it to be in its own medium. The real actual answer is because I just had the idea for a character like this. Admittedly, very inspired by very inspired by Monami from Danganronpa 2. Look up that character and you'll see what I mean. You ever gonna release a lore reveal video? Honestly, I might, but something that has been kind of stuck in my head for a while it's unlikely to be something I do anywhere soon. But actually making a game that provides lore for Poppet, I think would be more my style than just making a video. Something cool and interesting and like goofy, and maybe has just a little dash of eldritch horror in it. If you need additional, well, actually, I'm that's actually really exciting to hear the offer. Because I mean, obviously, I would voice act my own character. But okay, hold on. We're gonna pause the game for a second because now I'm going to talk about this. Now that somebody has shown even the slightest interest in it, so we're moving this off the screen. So, what I wanted to do was something like I was admittedly a lot of my inspiration kind of came from like Enna's Dream Barbecue. I wanted to do something kind of weird, at least that was set in like a weird like not human kind of dimension. Like it's like a weird place, like weird shit happens. And but I was obsessed with the idea of like something like, I think it was called Smile for Me. Hold on, let me look it up. Yeah, Smile for Me is a game I've literally never played, but I adore the style of it because it's got like this really silly kind of goofy vibe to it, but also kind of like an undertone of like there's some really dark shit going on here. And you know, if I were gonna make a game that involved Poppet lore, it would definitely have to have that kind of vibe. Something specifically that involved like you're walking around in a 3D space and there are 2D characters, but most interesting of all right, so you know how characters have like a sort of like a Navi-esque character, like a companion character that comes around and maybe gives a little bit of exposition for stuff, or maybe even talks on behalf of the protagonist if they're a mute protagonist. I would have Poppet be in that position, specifically being a puppet stuck on the character you play as's arm, like literally attached. And you walk around and solve puzzles and would talk to NPCs, and meanwhile I have something to say about fucking everything. All right, I mean Poppet would have something to say. I'm sorry, I got into character. And the only thing that I think would be the biggest hurdle, because I think it's technically within my capabilities to do something like that, is always the art related stuff. Specifically, something kind of like would have to be like doodly and animated in a way that I like. Kind of like, I'm not asking for like Enna Dream Barbecue levels of animation, but like something to have like you're gonna have a puppet on your hand. I'd want to have some like cute doodly ass emotions through the shit that I say. Now that was like the baseline idea, right? And I appreciate, just so you know, I appreciate the set. That sounds great because it's very encouraging for me. All right, but one thing I thought would be kind of interesting and would also I had okay. As like a main mechanic for interaction in the game, like your interaction with most things would be uh through me, since I imagine a protagonist that can't talk, and that Papa would have to talk on their behalf, like to NPCs, for example. Uh, and also, since Poppet is taking up their entire arm, sometimes they'd have to do things like uh, for inventory. Poppet would keep all the items you find uh, in their little hat. Uh, and whenever you needed to use items on things, well, at least certain items anyway, that you couldn't just hold in the other hand, Poppet would be using it because they got both hands. They're just little. When does it release on Steam? Probably no time soon. There's still some other projects I want to actually that I've been putting off that I actually want to finish before I start programming a whole ass game. And plus, I would definitely need to shell out some. Definitely want to need to shell out some money to make the game look like what I want it to be. But as far as voice acting goes, I could definitely. I don't. I don't actually know how many of the people I know have any interest in voice acting. Dominic, I didn't even know you did. But I would literally ask everyone that I know to voice some NPC in the game. All right? I literally would do that. And I'd probably pay you for it if you didn't offer it for free. But like I'm not too worried about like the idea of spending money on voice acting, cuz like I'm probably going to be like 80-70% of the voice acting in the game. However, the like making like even if I just did animation of Poppet for like different emotions, that might be a bit expensive. But I also had an idea as a main mechanic to have a thing where that Poppet like as it gains new has like an ability to start with that helps you get around or that you can use on things. I don't know exactly, but you can gain new ones. But the way you equip them, when they're equipped on Poppet, like these different abilities, Poppet's appearance changes, and also their personality changes a little bit too. Uh, which fucking, if it were exactly my like what I would want it to be, that would mean that Papa would have like separate animations for like different emotions across multiple forms, and then uh and then potentially even a bunch of different like 5 different voice lines for every possible thing that you can interact with, where you get a different hat for a different ability. Not necessarily. I wasn't thinking the hat. I was thinking that maybe the hat would change when Papa changes, to reflect as a way of reflecting that, because and Poppet's default would just be, this, and having this hat, and then the different like personality type things, which are, let me just say, other than me just thinking it's cool, I also thought it would be a way to further give me an excuse to do voice acting in like different tones. Besides just, I already know what I'm gonna make Poppet sound like, because when I'm on stream, I just talk myself. But if I actually did a Poppet voice, I'd probably do something a bit higher pitched. Question still stands, can I be the fast food drive-through person? You can be whatever you want to be. You know, the great thing about making like a wanting to make a surreal environment is that you can technically make anything work in it. I really did love the one of the things I did love about Enna's Dream Barbecue, and I honestly love about a lot of games, because this is something that's common in games I like, it's just when you have a bunch of NPCs and every single fucking one of them is some weirdo. Like you move like one NPC is like,
They're in the walls. I can hear them all. Who are you? Are you with the police?
and then you move on to the next one and you go, don't touch my chair. I know you were looking at it. It's my chair. It's a good chair, isn't it? Don't look at it. I like that kind of shit. Oh god, it's hot. Like I just adore. I think I just adore goofy voices and like really off the wall goofy characters. Yes, I did. In fact, that's that's an Easter egg for you right there. From literally one of my very first streams, uh, somebody commented on the fact of like, if you put the table down low like that, you can't even really tell it's a table. And I just went, you know what? I've got the perfect plan to counter that. And I put the word table on it. Anyway. That was kind of like a cardboard box. Fair enough, actually. I can see how you would think that. But you called it a table, so that means before you pointed out that it said table written on it. So, I think it worked. Anyway, back to the game I'm supposed to be playing, that I've supposed to been playing for half an hour.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror,
Every time you say rude or storm. Okay. Hold on. I mean, so I can see how I could make that work. See, by itself, the voice commands are kind of finicky, because it has to be confident that it heard what you said. Like, it needs to be above a certain level of confidence that it knows what you said. But even with that kind of filter, it still fucks it up. There have been plenty of times where I said anyway after a long pause, like even trying to purposefully trigger this, and it didn't work because it for some reason it wasn't confident. And sometimes I'll just randomly be talking and then it'll go off. Well, not sometimes. It happened one time. It's pretty good about that. Your only options for setting voice triggers are either to have it look for it all the time, look for it at the end of a spoken phrase, or at the beginning of a spoken phrase. Or, have it look for it like everywhere, but that's just chaotic. Because it's literally gonna go off every time you say anything that even remotely sounds like the word. But I probably could make it work if there was a redeem that activated it. But then we'd have the problem of like, what if, like, sure, it's kind of chaotic and would trigger a lot, but if I never say the word in that time, then a longer cooldown can probably remedy that issue. On it triggering, I'm gonna actually just play the game while I talk.
Abort. You clearly have not thought
I've
this
seen
through.
all this, I might as
You
well.
won't like what you see there, and you will.
I'm gonna not look at my face. I did the first time and I regretted it. Oh hey, it autosaved. I was here for so long that it autosaved. Well, at least I won't have to start over from the beginning this time. People can spam the redeem to make to make it go off or to actually happen. Time to take a nap. Time to take a nap. Yeah, I meant to say that. Anyway.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
See, look at that. I'm so good at visual calculus.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
I was just thinking, man, it would be so fucking funny if I failed to check. The first time I ever failed that check playing this tutorial.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Something you've done before. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Maybe it wasn't me.
You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it? This person also forced the drinks on you.
I should go get that
The
shoe.
cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
I need to increase fucking my psyche as soon as goddamn possible so that I don't insta-die from taking mental damage.
Water and water and water, water, water and water.
Thank you.
Water, water,
It's
water,
so
water
hot.
and water, water, water and water and water, water.
Maybe I should associate some animation for me drinking water. Looks a little weird. But yeah, I need to fucking upgrade this psyche shit. I am not one-shot dying to mental damage again. But the thing is that I do actually, because I want to give those hydrate redeems value, you know? If I just drink whenever I want, then, you know, what's the point? You know, people are like, I don't need to hydrate this person, they're drinking on their own. No. I'm going to be the streamer that only drinks water when hydrate is used. Anyway. That's right. I'm putting my personal health in your hands, viewers. I'm a real life motherfucking Tamagotchi. All right? Feed me. I will die if you don't. Use your channel points to keep me from dying. Okay, that's a fair reaction. leaving the room now. You should love yourself now. Fucking. Hey. Stop. Stop it. Love yourself. Love yourself, motherfucker. Now! I feel like I've said anyway too much. No, I'm at the point where I'm trying to physically resist saying it. Smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Here's my shoe. Gust of briny wind. What does briny even mean, really? I have no idea.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
Oh, welcome back, Bopper. How was the dream world?
Like two baby crocodiles.
What? Hey, baby crocodile.
Good, they're balanced.
Oh, wow. Healed
Feels
morale.
like the
That's
only
great.
good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Too bad I'm already at my max of 1 morale. I can't believe that one of the presets gives you a build that involves the possibility of you being one-shot by something. If I take any mental damage at all, I will die immediately. I am very mentally fragile. You are not a plan. You don't have to wait for us to hydrate you. Untrue. You don't know. Is this a Lovecraftian game? Is there supernatural elements in this? Like, I knew that it took place in an alternate history, but and it is extremely introspective, but I wouldn't have expected that.
Hello, officer.
Calendar says March. The year is 51.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Yeah. Again, I'm tempted to let all the dialogue play, but no one's gonna hold it against me, right? I've done this part 3 well too many times.
Her eyes are brown. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yeah. You've been here, couldn't say.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But she nods.
There's a mercenary. I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. Could it be?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on.
Who in
This is
the
a
right
morning sickness.
mind?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police.
I
Of
should
course.
get going now.
Be careful, officer.
If you
They
don't wait
don't
for the
like the
dialogue,
police
you're
around
gonna
here.
die. Now. I
Something
can't do
stirs
it.
in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need.
I have so
The
much
need to
appreciation
ask
for
for
voice
question.
work that it does.
It's like you
It
said
is.
the words
It does
a
feel like
million
against
times
my
before.
nature to ignore it. I feel like I need to let it. That could just be a part of my nature of not talking over people, but I do have an appreciation for voice work, and I like to enjoy good voice work, which is why it feels kind of wrong to just let it play while I talk about other stuff or skip through it.
She looks back at you, a light.
And this game is very
glinting
well
off
voice
her
acted,
eyes.
so I especially get that feeling. Man, I've seen streamers play voice acted games and just start skipping through voice acted dialogue, and I'm always like, no, don't fucking do that. God, I remember. Man. Well, that's a story for a different time.
Yes.
What? What? Huh? Jake is here. man, I'm not even sure we've like interacted in any shape or form for like a few like 6 months. Hey there. Like I'm so shocked you decided to rate me. What's going on? I saw you were here, so here I am. Good to see you, Jake. Have you even seen my new model? Like, I'm pretty sure when we were in each other's spheres, I think I was still even using the Devil Cat model at that point. Well then, it looks pretty good, right? Huh? But yeah, but thanks for the raid. I'm playing Disco Elysium. I got distracted for about 30 minutes because I was talking about game ideas that I had. Thank you. I worked really hard on talking to somebody who made it for me entirely by themselves. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm playing Disco Elysium, and I don't know too much about the game because, as I have said, like more times than I felt I would ever say it out loud, I have died multiple times just after the tutorial. Like, I'm pretty sure I died. I think I must have died the earliest I possibly can in this game in 2 different ways. Like, I died at the earliest possible point and then at the second earliest point. So, you know, when I tried playing on my own, I just gave up. But now I'm trying again on stream. Is the comment of Andy and Lele Twitch friendly? I don't know. I think it technically would be. Why are you asking? I feel like as long as it doesn't show anything, it's fine. I guess it does have a lot of gore in it.
The dock workers are pretty cocky. You're in a hospital. We are in.
Revershow is the disgrace.
You sure look.
Accent.
It's 51. The current century civilization.
but
You're
still-
right. There was the. I couldn't say. Oh yes.
Oh,
We're huge. We're icon. I don't know about a slow, sad song. Yes. They're okay.
Yeah, look at that. Experience points. Okay, you can go.
Glad to have been of assistance.
There's a cigarette butt. I have. The only thing I have in my inventory is an empty cassette tape. And then for tasks, I have none. But yeah, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. You know? I'm a lot busier now than I used to be. So I can't stream nearly as often as I used to. Like, if I decide to stream on a weekday, then it's gonna be like the second thing I do that day, and then I go to bed. Especially because I physically am incapable of streaming for less than 2 hours. Like, if I think that I'm not gonna be able to stream for at least that long, then I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. But like, I like my new job. It pays a lot better, and the hours are nice. Other than having to get up way earlier than I used to. Oh, hi there. Thank you. And also, for context, because I still don't have any cool, cute method of having little silly messages going across my screen, I'm multi-streaming this to Twitch. So, hi there. and only I can see it. Unless you open up YouTube, I guess. God, it's so hot. Summer closed for winter. Wait, summer door closed for winter. I'm trying to hit all the pings that I hit the first time so that I'm recreating my first playthrough as much as possible before.
You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get.
My soul is immense.
And it needs through a PA system by other people.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found.
Of course. Really get engaged in my
Serves
soul with
them
that one.
right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic, small church song. Who's laughing now?
No one.
No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like there's some dialogue that did not appear that appeared last time. But whatever, it's probably not important. Just to finish my thought, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Only thing I'm sad about is, I feel like in exchange for having a more stable, like, work life and financial things going on, I am now, I have a lot less time to do creative stuff, like streaming and video editing and, like, voice acting and art and terrible MS Paint art. What is Nosafed? That's mine now. Menus wipe clean. Today starts in the man's handwriting.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
I love this because it's so because the fact that you can see it failed makes it so obvious that this is, like, even if not failing, it's like, oh, Jake, you redeemed second. Didn't you redeem first? I don't remember. Ah, well, I'll let you have it. Alright, I'm just gonna skip through dialogue again. I have no idea if any of this is important. I just want everything to be the same as the first time I played it before I died. Oh shit, no.
The man plucks at the seabird, frowning.
I have my first redeem in there? Well, good on you. It's a lot of my redeems don't get much use. Except for the one that throws things at me. People use that one all the damn time. Yep, and there's the hydrate and one of them right there. Yeah. Oh, a stretch. You know what? Actually, it has been a while since that one got redeemed. All right, I'll go for it. Yep. Stretching out my arms and my legs, just all appendages attached to me in exchange for internet points that came from me. I usually go for the care package stuff. Yeah, me too. They're like easy things to go for, because it's like when I'm on other streams, you need more. Well, I can't imagine what specifically you want to save up for, but I'm glad to know that something's going right. I want to have more redeems that are like really tempting. I never expect the throw objects redeems has been way more popular than I thought it would be. So now it's making me think that incorporating sound effect redeems might be more popular than I think too. So I might do that next, after I do the million of other things I want to do. Gamble redeem? Did I ever have a gamble redeem? No, that was a... Oh yeah, that was a stream avatars thing, and I'm not gonna be using stream avatars anymore. A language redeem would be an option. Well, I know like 8 words of Portuguese, and that's it. I could probably recognize a lot of words. I could probably read Portuguese most of the time. But my speaking other languages, you know, I barely speak English.
No, I'm.
He's very animated all
I
of a
speak
sudden.
English like it's my second
This
language.
seems like a touchy subject.
I have 3. She just.
His eyes dark.
So now you're.
I think I've gotten all I can get out of him. God, it's so goddamn hot. I'm Hold up. Give me 1 second. All right, 1 second. I'm just gonna try something
Water and water, water,
after I
water,
drink water.
water and water, water, water.
Open up a window. You think I live in a goddamn mansion or something? Like I have windows in my room? Well, I do. They're just not easily accessible. And also, if I open a window, cats are gonna jump in here. Make a new window? Did you not hear what I said? I do not live in a mansion. I can't get some fucking servant to clean that up. Alright, if I punch a new window in my wall, it's gonna be the new window for the rest of my life. Hello.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague.
God damn it.
A bespectacled man in an orange as you on the sleeve of his body.
Shake his
You realize
hand.
he's waiting for your name.
This one worries me because I actually failed it the first time I did it, even though it was just as high a percentage.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Man, I'm not skipping through the dialogue. I started listening to it again. But... Oh, I didn't realize that's how it worked. I guess because I rolled a dice. Because that was an active check, so I actually rolled dice, and then the dice were added to my base score. Thanks, Ash! Thank you for the 5 bits. And once again reminding me that I have to fix the bit redeem thing that is not triggering. But wait, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try turning the cool air on. Maybe like some other method. Thank you for the bits, Jay. I really appreciate it, but I'm also like, man, there's supposed to be a cool thing happening when somebody does a bit redeem, and now people are doing bit redeems, and it's not working. But one sec, I'll be right back. I'm gonna try something. See if it cools down my room without affecting my audio. My model's gonna take a nap. Okay, I'm back. I just realized I didn't mute my mic. That could have been bad. But all right. So that might help. But problem, I was also going to grab maybe some kind of cold drink from my mini fridge or the big fridge. Unfortunately, there are literally none. There's no cold drinks at all anywhere in this goddamn house. My God. It's so... Oh my God. Anyway. It is not yet time.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually.
Yeah, I
What
just
he
now
means
put a
is,
bottle of
he has
water
been
in my
trying
mini
to meet up
fridge,
with you for 2
for
days,
later.
but you have been
But
otherwise occupied.
for any amount of time before that cools, I have access to no cold drinks. I have access to lukewarm water right here. I got spades of that, but nothing else.
If you don't mind, it also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial... Okay, have you removed the... Sure. But did you take it down? Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? So, the body is still in the
I
tree.
love that interaction. You just have all these dialogue options that just chain well off of each other. Dead body? Mm-hmm. I don't like dead bodies. Sure, but did you take it down from the tree? Look, man, yeah. Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? No. So it's still there. No ice? Indeed, Dominic, there is no ice. The ice maker in the fridge has been broken for ages and so long, and the fucking doors don't have locks on them, and the fucking vent in the living room has a hole smashed through it. But I don't want to talk about what my house looks like. I want to play a game. There's a plastic mold for ice cubes so you can make them in the freezer. Yeah, honestly, that idea has come up a lot, but no, you're fine. I derail myself.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
But
We should go there
just never
as
got
soon as we
around
are
to
done
it,
talking
to
to
actually
you.
buying the thing. $4 on Amazon. $4. $4 on Amazon. Well, I guess, you know what? I'm gonna derail myself right now. I'm gonna buy an ice cube tray live on stream. On Amazon. See, ice cube. I just had an idea pop in my head. I'm not gonna do it, but it's like, how funny would it be if I was like, well, I'm not gonna pay for it. I'm gonna put it on Throne so you guys can pay for my fucking ice cube. But I'm gonna pay for my own goddamn ice cube tray. Let's see, what's a good one? Silicone, easy release, BPA, durable.
Water and water
Water
and
and
water,
water,
water
and
and
water
water
and water and water. Thank
water
you.
and water, water, water,
Take a
and water
sip
and water, water.
from my unice cubed water. Oh God, it's so warm. I dropped the cap. Ah. I got it. realized I could see the audio for me screwing on the cap is being picked up. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Right, ice cubes. I can buy Icebreaker's ice cubes peppermint for $8. That sounds like it might be just as good. Oh man, they've got like whiskey maker ice cubes. Reusable ice cubes? The fuck does that mean? Without permanent ice? That sounds terrible. Fake ice cubes? Why is this one of the top results? Imagine some poor guy is trying to buy an ice cube tray and they buy the goddamn fake ice cubes. But this one is like $6. So your drinks don't get watered down? I guess that makes sense. I do hate my drinks getting watered down. Unless what I am drinking is water. I mean, this looks good. So this is very generic. $5 ice cube tray. Warning, do not fill above edges. Pat the bottom. Yep, that looks good. I'll get that one. Wait. This isn't... I hope I'm not buying some shitty brand. Maybe I should just go safe and go for the overall pick. Maybe sort by average customer reviews. No, that brings up the DVD version of Friday by Ice Cube. So, okay, sorting by average customer reviews is not what we're gonna do. Is the company brand just a bunch of letters? I mean, all of them are a bunch of letters, but I don't think it's a bunch of random letters, no. Dashun dog. Say, I just want regular ice cube trays, please. Don't need a goddamn like. What are best sellers? Well, best sellers is Icebreaker's ice cubes, the candy. Nido Nice Ice Baby Sensory Squeeze Toy. That has no direct relation to ice. It just has ice in the brand name and that's it. Whoa, $90 for a countertop ice maker. Why does this keep happening? I just realized I'm legitimately trying to buy an ice cube tray on stream instead of playing the fucking game. Oh, I'm just gonna get this over with. Fucking this one. That one seems popular. Sold by Zing Zang Diazzi? Well, that's concerning. Is there any... I suppose there's an ice cube truck that has a name that I recognize. Then again, why would I recognize the name of a brand that makes ice cube trays? Set category just ice cubes. Is that a real category? I want to get out of here before I have to set it to that. It's just buy the cheap. Yeah, you know what? Fair point. It's just an ice cube tray. I don't need to think this hard about it. Buy now. Mmm. Incorrect password. My password didn't work. Password is incorrect. God fucking damn. Oh man. Like, you know what? I think I might be signed in on my phone. Oh no, I'm using the phone right now for a lot of important things related to streaming. I'm not buying an ice cube tray right now. As it turns out, I am not buying an ice cube tray right now. I'm not logged in. I thought I was. I mean, it says I'm logged in. It actually doesn't say I'm logged in. Maybe if I open it up on Chrome, I swear if this doesn't work, I'm going back to playing the game. Like, I swear there was a point where it remembered that I was logged in to Amazon and I didn't have to sign in and I could just hit buy now. Okay, it didn't remember. I'm going back to the game now. This has been our 30-minute ice cube tray adventure. Oh my God. We were gonna get back to the game, Dominic, and now you cursed us. You redeemed on MS Paint, and law requires me to do so. There is no psych, Dominic. We both have to accept this now. There it goes. So, Poppet trying to buy an ice cube tray. So I'm drawing. I don't want to get stuck on the concept of it. I'm just gonna draw myself looking at ice cube trays. Whoop. Make my funky ass. Like, my head is way too big. That doesn't matter. We can cover it up with a red bow tie. Hell yeah. And then we'll fill those in. Yeah, that looks good. Put like a little bit of a little round circle there. And then yeah, I need to also add the pink part here. Whoop. And then maybe I should make it more than 3 minutes. I don't think I've ever successfully made an image in 3 minutes. I always go a little bit over. and then the ear, and then the the cat ear, and then boom, and then I'll quickly make arms because I've got like 2 minutes left, a minute and a half left. Oh wait, I haven't done my eyes. Whoopsie. I don't know how to do filled boxes and like, oh wait, I can just do this. You know what? That works. We'll go with that. No, I'm not gonna go with that. I'm a liar. Red eye. No, I didn't want to. Why would I want to change the color of it? MS Paint? My existing eye is fine. I wanted to do another one that was like light grayish over here, and then draw like a little grayish like anger a face. No, it's spilled into the outside world. There's like one pixel. There's 1 pixel that's open. There's a literal fucking 1 pixel right there. And then the hands, they go out. No, you know what? I don't need hands. Ice cube trays, I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna draw ice cube trays. Boom, boom, boom. This is a terrible idea. I should have done it perfectly vertical. What am I thinking? And then, green. No, I forgot. It changes the thing I'm actively looking at if I do that. So I have to out click from that and then go like color 1, color 2, and then there's like What the fuck does me not buying ice cube trays look like? What is that? What am I? It looks like this. That's the answer to that question. But just for good measure, just put in like big letters ice cube trays. I'm at the ice cube store. Why did it disappear? No, not that. Why did it disappear? Ice cube. I fucking hate MS Paint. Trays. Ice cube tray. But ow. Bottom text. All right, done. I decided to make a slight adjustment to it at the very end. I'm not removing the text. This is the final image. I go with what the flow taketh me. Ice cube trays. Then, as is tradition, I post this in my Discord for archival purposes. You just sent me a fucking image that just says this shit is so ass. Doesn't matter. It's a 3-minute MS Paint. And I'm not good at MS Paint. Where is MS Paint redeems? There we go. And it's Dominic. And it was Poppet trying to buy an ice cube. Honestly, you said ice cube trail. If I wanted to be really petty, I totally could have just made it me trying to buy a trail of ice cube. But I'm gonna fix your spelling mistake. There we go. Bob reacted to it immediately. Alright. Now, how long has it been? Like an hour and 40 minutes? Let's get out of this goddamn tutorial, please.
We all feel that way.
And then, soon after,
But first, I was sent. I suppose you.
Inspectorate General means
Yes, but I'm not them. Yes, they're not just. I would ask you to step in. You mean you don't have a badge?
No,
Losing your
no, no.
identification card. I can see if you need something for your headache. There is talk to the manager. After you.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is
And now he's in my party. I'm gonna talk to him immediately and have him explain the case
do
to
you
me,
want to
because that
know?
also gives me new stuff.
Maybe you can tell me what you. Then you are not that far behind. 3 days ago, during that time, the victim a security to find it. There's a strong pressure. That's
the RCM
basically
or the Revachol
fucking,
Citizen Militia.
a
is the
bunch,
police
possibly a
force
bunch of
you
dock
and them
workers
are part of.
executed this chump
A
for some reason.
self-organized Peace Corps
I
of
don't
the
think we ever.
occupied city of
It was ever
Revachol.
revealed,
The
at least as far
RCM
as I saw,
operates within a legal
which admittedly was
twilight,
not far.
Yet its authority
Who
is rare.
the guy was.
It's
Just
super
that-
useful to know this.
You know, I guess I technically did minor spoilers about what is gonna happen in a second. But it seems likely a bunch of dock workers that were pissed off about the police being around lynched a dude. And you know, now that I say it, maybe the guy they lynched was a police officer, possibly.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's no.
Say this is
It's
mysterious.
not a
dude?
particular. The
Why
deceased is a
not?
security guard for a corporation.
Okay, so the case
involved in
probably
labor
isn't mysterious,
dispute.
but could it be
It doesn't
sexy?
take a dollar. There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind.
Are you sure there's not
seem
some
to wish
sex
there was.
angle we should be
Good point.
considering?
Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rights. We'll get on it immediately.
The wary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
You're being sarcastic, aren't you?
Extremely.
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit. Then hit.
I'm afraid you don't know. I assume that's good. Better still than it's just stupidity. Later. Good.
Okay, so this is why I died the first time. Alright, I just saw that it said, this is a white check and you may retry it. And I just thought, oh, well, in that case, I'll just keep retrying it until it works, because why not, right? Turns out, the why not is because every time you fail it, you take mental damage. Which, as it happens, I only have the ability to withstand 1. Not even withstand. If I take 1, I'm done. I immediately lose, and because I'm at the beginning of the game, there were no saves, and I went back. So I'm not doing that this time.
Me?
Into
I don't
the-
see how my life.
I'm better
that's
wearing
correct.
glasses.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this.
Glasses are
Are
cool.
they? They're most. That's because I'm half Seolite. It's a part.
No.
Sale is a protection,
You're barking at.
a point of pride to him.
Tell me
No.
a secret about yourself.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. It's like you're locked down.
What's happening to me? I didn't pick that dialogue action last time. Wasn't expecting this to happen.
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands.
Damn, a legendary authority check? What's with all the legendary checks at the beginning of the game?
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
I was so scared for a second there that I was about to take moral damage. I was just gonna fucking die in the exact same place again because of doing one dialogue option differently.
What do you mean?
Yourself.
I have no idea.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must.
What? Think?
The lieutenant, we all have our
Good.
That's all for now.
Let's change the subject.
You seem to be
Excuse
following
me.
me. Yeah, I can't bring myself to say these options.
You
Just an
have
observation.
a distinctive way of. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial. They say it's.
Yes, but
I
containers
don't even
contain
understand what this means.
things, shiny things.
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess.
Anyway, this pinball machine is unplugged. Talk to
Hello,
this
sweetie.
lady who
Wait,
has a lot to
who's
say.
Sweetie,
Why, you are, officer. You're a handsome. You must. I'm leaving.
this Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew.
Yes,
A
dear.
paraplegic is someone with limited.
No, dear. I'm not quite that. Nothing's. I was just. You'd think I was. Luck. That's quite all right. Yes, officer. Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is. Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. Yes, great. See? How would I even begin to tell? I haven't seen. Speaking of history,
This
that's right,
person's
dear.
one.
How
Yeah.
splendid. Here, take this pen.
If you get all of her
Knowledge
questions right,
will
she gives
always
you
be
a pen.
rewarded.
I have no idea what purpose I could possibly have, but I just like getting things.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Where did you? I'm. As far I don't think there is a way to learn this before this. And honestly, I still don't remember what it was, even though I've done this 3 times. I don't understand shit like this. There is a purpose to it. That's reassuring. You know, with how much stuff there is in this game, I wouldn't be surprised if there were literally completely useless items. Or at least items that didn't just, like, give you a little bit of flavor text and that's it. Bum, 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 bum. But, I mean, these are definitely wrong. I feel like cop was wrong. This one was wrong. Some kind of democracy, I think, was wrong. I don't know if I can get this right. Let's say cop regime.
Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation. No,
Democracy.
sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers.
Meaning, buying is voting.
Market driven. I know what to say. I'm so
It
disappointed.
is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of. Oh dear. but we should stop for today.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
I wish I could see the explanation for what these voices were, because like half the time they have names that I have no interpretation for directly. I guess I can go directly into here. You know what? This description actually doesn't help all too much. Oh my god, there's a full-on description for it. I was not expecting there to be one. Cool for high-strung investigators, shoot now, ask questions later cops. Surprise, haters! Half-light is your fight or flight response. Sense the way something is about to turn. Takes palpable fear into your heart. Fear that urges you to act before fear makes you frighten others. It's aggression that lets you squeeze every drop of information out of a witness. It is perpetual fear of your own shadow or someone else's name or scent. You'll be ready to pounce and physically interrogate passerbys. You find your survival instinct is lacking and your methods limp-wristed. Those who respect violence will not respect you. Okay, well that is one of my lowest stats, so that's not a good sign. This is the different aspects of yourself. I mean, I know that much, but exactly what aspects of myself they're supposed to represent, I'm having trouble comprehending. Other than the ones that are written in plain English, like reaction speed. Shivers. You know, I don't want to look at the ones that tell me what I'm bad at. Let me look at what I'm good at real quick. Logic. What could that be, I wonder? Analyze historia, trivia thinkers, confirmation of would-be politicians, undercover cops, thespians of the state, psychopaths, psychedelic fancier, and critics. Forensic science, tactical fighters, and math-minded people. Huh, I did not realize there was a full-on explanation for those. That's really helpful.
You were doing quite well up until the end there.
A sigh.
But maybe a fresh defeat, I'm afraid. Of course, sweetie. I someone more educated in sweeping matters.
No.
Of course. Then I don't know.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
My wheelchair partner in
A partner who
crime.
needs you to help him get a...
Oh,
Yes,
damn,
and
I
it
have
seems,
you.
and even if you weren't there, I
You
thank
heads are
you.
better than
Perhaps
two.
another time.
I gotta
Of
get
course.
going. Alright. Now, I'm going to exit the building and quick save. Because the next point where I died was over here at this car, and I still don't know why. And honestly, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna poke at it for a bit to see if I can't figure out what happened.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The vapor emanate. This must be the infernal machine that toyed. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a scent of leather.
Also, why am I poking my head in this fucking thing? It clearly isn't mine. Someone else drove it here.
The white suede feels luxurious as you tap on the gauge. The indicator pin jerks as if...
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now.
Fair enough.
A metallic drawer slides out from...
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
You say that, but my first instinct is to take everything. Red
The
tip
pry bar
power,
feels not useful for opening all
sorts of doors and lids, rubber-handed
The
chain
handles are
cutters.
long and sleek. You can do good work with these. Cut
Hell
chains,
yeah.
locks, and ropes. especially belts. It's robust, weatherproof, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The frequency tableau lights up.
That's
and the
weird.
green
I
button
could have sworn it was this thing I was
labeled
interacting with
glows
when
like
I
a
died,
feline
but
eye. And then you hear something.
I've interacted with pretty much everything and it hasn't happened. What the hell did I do? I'm like 100% certain it was like right here around this spot. Maybe it was like poking at other things? Like in my inventory or something?
The soft purr of electrical kittens.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I
Go
assist
normal. Man, although having picked the normal option, I'm already regretting it.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
No, I fucking don't. I mean, from the perspective of wanting to explore everything, yes, I do. But from the perspective of the fact that he doesn't like me as it is, I don't really want to invade his privacy. You know, it's my first time playing through the game. I'm gonna play it a bit carefully. And then if I decide to play through the game again, I'll fucking do all the weird crazy shit.
Just a second, officer.
There's no wrong options. Yeah, and that is a good way to play it, but you know, there's always a part of me that's like, the weird, funny, crazy stuff isn't gonna happen unless I do weird, crazy, funny stuff. And then the other part of me that's like, don't fucking invade your partner's privacy. They're gonna be really upset about that. Like, we want them to like you. At least that's what the voices in my head say. Like here.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st, come in, over.
The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
Yeah, I only have one option here. Would my only option be the wrong option?
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message.
Just reporting in, over. Man, there's a lot of... I'd like to report my badge missing. Like
10-9,
that back.
over.
What the fuck? Explain to me what this means. I don't know relay code. 10-9 over? What does that mean? Wait, did they have like it in quotes? They said message received, relay message. State your message.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
That's a strong reaction.
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Hey, my name.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Oh, that's just a nickname they have for me. Man, fucking, I really want to find out what my character's name is. Alright? Why can't I?
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Come on, tell them to stop. This is serious. Haha, officers lost his badge, haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
I can fucking hear him fine.
Mullen dicked us.
This feels whiny, but I want to say it. Come on, tell him to stop. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
What? I can hear them all so well. Am I not supposed to be able to hear them? Can you probably stop saying lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost.
Why? Did he find it?
I barely saw on the street and made you in for a ride. I'll bet. I've heard so much shit about this game. I said I would say it for the last time, but I'm gonna say it one more. I'll say it. I'll say it as many times as needs to be said. I've tried playing this game a couple of times, in the time that I've had it, and each time I ended up dying immediately at the tutorial. One time, literally in this exact spot, and I can't recreate how it happened. So that's the only reason why it's taken me this long to play it. I just got frustrated at the time.
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
God damn it. God damn it. Reaction speed's so high though. I mean, at least I think it's high. I guess it is challenging. It needs to be even higher.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
I have other things to
10-9,
discuss.
come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun.
I have a gun. Good. I'm supposed to have a gun. Good to know.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't even have an option to deny it. I have to admit it. I don't have my gun.
It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun.
Oh, I do. I can't deny it. I'm gonna fucking deny it. My reputation has already taken such a stain. Go.
Even before...
Are you kidding me?
Everything is scrambled in your brain.
Come on, man! Let me have something! Of course I didn't lose my fun gun.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
What are you packing? The gun, well, it's a very goddamn murder weapon. You know how they are, bang bang.
He says it's just a regular gun.
Sounds like he's being deliberately vague.
Detective Mullen has done it again. Where's my gun?
Dear God, he lost his gun.
Okay.
Oh my, I can't.
It didn't work.
This isn't really a lot.
Mac can face a giant of cocoa noodle by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his. Ask him if he's still got his wiener.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia.
Are you still in possession of your genitalia? Oh, that's a good comment. I mean, on the one hand, I would never be so crude. I would come up with something a bit more clever. But on the other hand, that's also the most clever option I have available to. Fuck it.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your...
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny.
Oh, wow, that
Mom we're
worked?
talking about. Tell him to apologize.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
What is happening? This is not where I thought this would go. This is turning into a whole thing. It's just better. I thought it's just God. If you don't like the pomade, don't fuck with the firewalker, son. Well, I gotta double down now.
Mac, he says you shouldn't have...
Who?
The disbelief in his voice is overwhelming.
Satellite officer V.
Firewalker.
I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater.
No!
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Satellite officer V.
I heard him.
10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of...
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
Okay, now that that subject line is over, the next one.
Okay, then...
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think
You're
about?
going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory.
I know for a
Be
fact he's not
smart
there.
about this.
10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question.
I want to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth. He's referring to me with my full name and then he's about my family. I already told you about my life before the RCM. What? As
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
I don't want to fucking ask if they're still there. Let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
Standing by, over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Pick up the
This is
radio.
Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I'm done with the radio
57,
now.
over and out.
In the cabin, you see as
Alright, I'm done. That was very eventful. I did not expect that whole saga. I got pretty useful weapons. Not weapons, things. Now. It does make sense that my outfit makes me less sneaky. Disco ass blazer. my shirt makes me less seductive, but my horrific necktie makes me... You know what? I need to read what Inland Empire is. Dreamers, paranatural investigators, mental creators. Inland Empire is the unfiltered wellspring of imagination, motion, and foreboding. Enables to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insight to that which sight can't really see. Thanks for the bits, Ash. I don't know what I could have possibly done to earn it, but thank you. Man, you donate bits a lot. Do you just have like a bunch of them just like saved up to spend on the streamers that you're watching? I grant it, fair warning, I actually don't know anything about how bits work other than the fact that people can spend them. They're like a Twitch currency, I guess? I had $20 worth of paycheck. Damn. Well, I guess if you really want to support your friends, like, bits is an easy way to do it. Sorry, I threw up a little bit. Yeah, don't ignore that. $20 gives me 1,500. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. Honestly, that is way more than I thought it would be. If you get that many, sometimes I buy $70 to get 5k bits. Okay, that might be a little bit much. What could you, like, how? What do you even do with all those bits? Like, you give up like $70 worth of bits to somebody, or like give like $10 worth of bits to spread across a lot of people? Not all in one person. Okay, all right. That makes a bit more sense to me. I figured you were getting a lot because you were like, I want to give all my bits to my Oshi. Spread it out to everyone I constantly watch. Yeah, honestly, I could see myself doing that. I might actually do that. Partially so that I can actually use bits for once. And partially because it seems like a really easy way to just like support someone whenever I feel like it. Beyond just going like, hi there, I'm on your stream. And now I'm lurking. Goodbye. This is the end of our interaction. At high levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimate. You have conversations with clothing, conversations that may change the course of the investigation if you're not thrown in the loony bin first. You'll be void of imagination and character. How will you shape the cosmos? Alright, I kind of get what Inland Empire is now. The 20 tabs of people I watch a lot if they're all live. I still don't get why you do that. That is like an absurd number of tabs to have open. I'm pretty like doesn't that use a lot of RAM? Like I'll keep like 4, maybe 5 tabs open for people I support. But like, that's a lot of tabs. Leave me in my 38 tabs alone. Oh, my bad. I didn't realize I was in the presence of people that commonly use this tactic. Me personally, I'm paranoid of overtaxing my computer. And I've been under the impression that having like a lot of tabs anyway, but especially having a lot of Twitch tabs is makes it kind of expend itself. You shushing me does not help your case. Okay. As of yet, I've still not broken the farthest I've gotten in the game, which is not a good sign, so keep moving. If memory don't work, you can always get more. You know, I've actually got a ton of memory. I have more memory than I need. I have like 64 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, let me double check. Yeah, I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. So it might just be like my internet connection I'm concerned about, like using up a lot of bandwidth. I don't know, I feel like something slows down when I have a lot of Twitch tabs open. But, I mean, I'm never gonna have memory problems again. Because I was like occasionally having memory problems before when I had 32 gigabytes, but I've doubled that now. So any problems I have are probably not going to be related to memory.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
Usually unused tabs don't load unless you're actively using them. Yeah. Yes, and that is a very useful feature. But specifically in the case of like having Twitch tabs open, like either they don't unload when you have them in the background, or they do, and either way you've got a problem. Either you're not actually supporting those people by having their tabs open, or every tab is actively being used.
We don't see a lot of police, of course. What can I help you with? Excuse me? Oh, I don't know.
Pig is a...
No need to worry.
Okay. Since the street signs... Oh, that...
Even all the way...
What do you mean? We're in Martinez, sir. What do you mean? Yes.
He knows where we are.
There's the pier, the harbor gates, some shop, just coast. It's
What?
just water. No
Thanks.
problem.
I hope I don't have to remember
She's
any of that
very
later.
well composed. Back straight.
Counts you as you are there as long as it didn't stop. See, I don't know about that, because I've tested it myself before, and by myself I mean I made my brother test it. Like I would have my own, if I have my own stream open and it gives me one viewer, and it was like during one of my early streams I checked and it said, oh, it's, you still got one viewer, and I immediately stopped. I got, like, the stream's still going, went to my brother, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought you were gonna watch me. And he said, I do, I still have you open. And I go and look from his side, and it says that there's only one person watching on his end too. If they're not muted, good point. I'm like 60-70% sure though I already knew about that at the time, and I was having him not mute. But fuck, man, I don't know. Every other person I ask has some different interpretation of how it works. It's practically voodoo and rituals at this fucking point. Like, oh, what dance must I dance so the algorithm may grace me this day?
Me? I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt,
Is there?
the quickness of the
I'm what? I have a greenhouse. Well...
Don't worry, miss.
salts, ammonium salts, perhaps useful for later.
I remember getting this one before. It says that as if I can collect them somehow, but I have to run.
If there's a corpse, then you're going
Can I borrow your gloves? Thank you. Seriously, I can't ask her about the ammonium salts. So, why does that even come up as something I could use? Quick save real quick. Talked to this guy before.
Welcome
He's
to
racist.
Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My every school of thought and government has failed in this. It's men like you who keep...
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
That's all I have to say. I didn't actually understand that.
Oh, come on, man.
I know exactly what you meant. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM.
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
I haven't learned anything.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes.
Yeah, last time I went all
Astro
into
Whites.
asking him about his racism, and it felt like a waste of time, so I'm just gonna...
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are... The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Yeah, apples? I take it you had... Oh, not much apples.
Apples is exactly...
Look, as detective. I come from a long line of lorrymen. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular,
Koiko may be another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think.
Oh, so they grow apples in Grad?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic views.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal.
If he's gonna lie, why such a horrifically awful lie? He's just assuming nobody knows what it is? They definitely don't.
Yeah? Says who? Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos.
He means the people living in...
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradfolk. Those degenerates from Grad.
Okay, so it's an ethnic slur.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature...
So can I see the apple?
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides...
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
I didn't do none of this shit the last time. How did I miss this? I literally replayed this 3 times and I completely missed. Granted, 2 of those times I had not even gotten this far, so... Woof. I'm not sure how far I'll be able to make it. I feel weirdly strained right now. Like my body hurts. But I at least want to get far enough that I feel like I've made progress.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter. Had a royal lap someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history
so he was a garbage man?
Before machine, not at all. We're part
so
of
you're
a
in a
guild.
Carter's
Goddamn
guild.
right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to
The cart people with carts are under attack.
Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Yeah,
Okay,
they're a big
that's a
sure
privilege.
fucking is.
It's
Hell
a kind of
no.
union?
It's a guild. Invitation only. You, trusting street thugs with their goods.
Yeah, we're done, buddy. Trash can? Oh, cool, magnesium. Oh, cool, it heals my morale. But still, I have to say, What good is something that heals my morale if I instantly die anyway? What's that? Money on the ground? Hell yeah. Who's that? Is that fucking Fred? Wearing an ascot? Oh, I can actually get through here. I don't want to wander too far away from where the body is. I think I should probably look at that first before I start wandering. They put these gloves on. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wait, level, what did you say? Level your metal stats? What does that mean? Do I have point? I don't think I have the ability to level anything right now. Oh, I haven't even talked to the fucking cat, like... I haven't even talked to the goddamn cafeteria manager. I'll go back in with these gloves and talk to him. Also, hello, Polly. You came in here, said nothing, and just knocked yourself out.
The theme on that pinball machine, clinging to a picture book, it comes free with a 6-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The contemporary period stands still.
Yeah, bunch of stuff I don't understand. Hello, man.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching.
Mr. Gar.
Yes?
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
This is my first time getting to this conversation where I succeeded on that concept check. So these are new options. The Harbinger of Ruin. What is gold and orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor?
Are you kidding me?
No, man, help me out. What is gold and orange and smells like liquor?
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
The fuck I am.
See, everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at this.
No, I only just got here. It was probably silly.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Part of me wants to act like a really good cop, but the other part of me wants to act like a complete fucking whack job. Just so I can hear the voice actors do this fucking like, what is wrong with you?
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here.
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And
I didn't imply that.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Play the fool? I don't need to play that.
His face expresses ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Oh yeah. Man, this is so weird. I don't remember getting any of this, but I definitely played this multiple times. Unless... Oh no, yeah, I didn't even get this far before. That's right. It's like literally almost immediately I died. Where exactly... I think it was using a different like preset, maybe. That's why I didn't get any of this. And in which case, in that one, I did in fact immediately ask him if he killed him.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
You know, not that I don't think it's kind of cool to get random lore inputs for the encyclopedia, but I can't help but think, is this going to be useful somehow to know, or is this just for lore? It just seems weird to just go, ah, yes, the cavalry of Franco Necarco, ancient, bold was he was, the first bald man in 7 ages. He ate milk and cracked crackers for his children, Disco and Sunny, and then he would eat his lentils. I don't know. It comes out of nowhere. Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
That's something I definitely didn't know. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little...
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
No, before I asked you where, now I'm asking you why she...
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
The number safely didn't go
I asked
on?
an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
That stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. Everything has something to do with everything. I like to be thorough.
Good for you. Was this? I don't know.
This is it.
Did you kill him?
Crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. What are
Did you kill
crazy?
him?
Of course I didn't kill him.
Did
What
you?
Are you crazy? Of course I.
Did you
What
kill
are
him?
Crazy?
Did you
What
kill
are
him?
you crazy?
I have another
Turns
question.
the page in the little...
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
What's real?
Excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real,
You owe him money.
is the global reserve
You mean
currency.
I owe you money?
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130
You're under arrest. Just cut him off. I want to say that so bad. Can I quick save? No, you're under
You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
Oh wow. Knowing about the Sylvie incident actually makes it but that has actually a higher like a 50, a little bit, like a half and half. Please, 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 please.
Did someone
Yes!
order a vague, farcical reading of the law? More than one pops into your head.
An order a vague, farcical reading of the law. Oh man. I just barely passed it, apparently. I got exactly how much I needed from the dice. Refusal to aid an officer of the peace. You are impeding me from carrying out a murder investigation with your inane request for
But
money.
it's not inane. You owe me money.
It is cruel of you. A man has been killed. File a request for compensation with Station 41.
Damn.
We need to work now.
I legitimately did not expect Kim to come to my aid there. I thought he was going to be like, fucking pay him. Hi there, Wicked Stitches. What's going on? I'm playing Disco Elysium. And Kate, well, you probably knew that because you're here.
Okay, you'll only have to pay for the window.
I still have
and the
to
drinks.
pay, but I
That's
passed
70.
the check.
I'll get the rest from your stupid station.
That's still the paper window and the leave. I have no memory of drinking them. I'm not paying for the drinks. I won't pay. Dude, I love new sub. I loved your VTuber. It's a bit similar to my Sona. Your Sona, that's by Sona. My internet lingo is a bit rusty. Is it like a character or an internet persona? But also, thank you. You know, it's kind of surprising, really, how often, there's a lot of overlap. I mean, the concept for the character is pretty simple, and the thing is, when you have simple elements, you know, it doesn't take much for somebody to have something similar. Like, there's a guy on Blue Sky who was also like a sort of like kind of cat puppet thing with a top hat and a bow tie. And I was like, God damn. If it weren't for the missing the whole rabbit half, that would almost be exactly the same. I'm not paying for the drinks.
The Ledger does. The Ledger has a memory. The drinks are non-negotiable. There's no way your station will pay for them.
I think you should try. I won't pay for
Fine,
them.
I'll take it off the bill. You want to sleep in a post-apocalyptic shithole? Go ahead. But I'm not giving you another room.
Goodbye, and thank you for your cooperation.
Don't thank me. You still owe me 30 for the drinks. If you don't have it by tonight, I'm not letting you back up there.
That's enough now, sir. Good day.
pay for the day.
By the way, where is home? The address
Do I
is,
even
but
have
you've
one?
been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to
Somewhere-
be somewhere, in time or space.
In
That
space.
doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can
That
try.
would chase it away?
Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe.
Lonesome Way. Oh, get it, the stream. I'm a silly ghost cat wearing a puppet costume thing. Yeah, exactly. I really like simple concepts for characters. Partially in spite of the fact that it seems like a lot of designs I see, especially for VTubers, are always like super complicated. Like, you're just adding more and more elements. So I appreciate, number one, VTubers that aren't just nothing against VTubers who are like this, just I have a preference. VTubers who are just like really like hot boys, hot anime boys, or just hot anime girls, with like jiggle physics. You know, not to say that those aren't great in their own way, of course, because you know, half of my VTuber friends are those things. But me personally, I like things that are like kind of a little bit off of just regular humans, like a bit more off kilter from it, and also simple designs. When will we get a marketable plushie? As soon as I can afford it. And I assure you I will own the first one. Internalize. There's a inexplicable feminist? Would I have gotten this if I decided to Hobocop? Some kind of superstar? Would I have gotten these if I had done like other... Well, I'm not gonna think about it. Call reporting a crime. Call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call. You need to pay where you want. Careful with your spending. If you're unsure how much you owe, ask Gart. I'm sure he'd be happy to tell me. Pokemon VTubers have pretty cool designs. Well, from context, I'm gonna assume that you mean people with Pokemon-esque VTuber characters and not just VTubers who happen to play Pokemon. And you know what? I've not really seen people with Pokemon, as far as I know, not even Pokemon-inspired VTubers. So I don't have a concept for that. You need to suppress the urge to throw up and approach it. Wait, I can level something up. Can I level? No, I can't level up my psyche. I can level up anything. I don't fucking know. There's so many of these. There's so many of these. I don't know what would be useful at all. They seem to just like trigger randomly, and they only trigger if they're high enough, so I have no concept. They're pretty niche. Yeah, it seems it's pretty difficult, at least in my experience, to even find people who have like characters that aren't just a person at all. You know? Justice for non-human characters. And I'm not talking, it doesn't count. It doesn't count if you've got like elf ears, okay? Apologies to the one person I know who has an elf ear VTuber. Alright? I'm sorry, but when I say human, I mean humanoid. That, you know, I'll pronounce it that way, yeah. Justice for non-humanoid characters. Alright? Someone, like, I just want to see some really fucking weird shit. But anyway, what? I have no idea what to level up here. Mimikyu Pokemon, by the way, that was my inspiration. You know, funnily enough that you would mention that, because Mimikyu was kind of part of my inspiration for my character too. So I don't even need to Google that. I've got a scene locked and loaded. See here, you can tell it's a bit more obvious when you can see the bottom. That's probably the most Mimikyu thing about this model. I mean, is it better to get better at the things I already have, or is it like a complete waste of time to upgrade the things that are low? It feels like leveling any of these up is like a drop in the bucket. It feels like. Like any of these could be super useful at any time. I was guessing. Yeah, I guess it's not that hard to guess. Admittedly, the bottom of this model is something that I would have changed originally. I love everything else about the model, but the person who designed it took just a smidge more inspiration from the Mimikyu picture that I sent them than I originally intended. I don't know what to level up. What do I guess what do I want? Which voice do I want to hear more from, maybe? So far, I feel like everything's been pretty good. Maybe leveling up. I've not failed with these once yet. Well, once I failed on drama. I don't know! There's so many options! I'm getting paralysis. I have to look something up. Ooh, character build ideas. Perfect. Something to like base my decisions on? That's exactly what I need. When it first was presented, these builds are intentionally not optimal. They're supposed to be fun and interesting characters who get a lot of interesting dialogue choices. Perfect! I feel obligated to stick to any of these religiously as you progress through the game. Distribute your skill points however feels interesting to you personally. And I, personally, have no exact reference to go from. Everyone. What's your name? You want to know down your no intelligence skills. Just I am the law master. Things sane, always honorable, and well, I guess I'm already going down fucking ace detective route here, so I might as well go with that one, huh? Remember facts, essential investigation, skilled with a gun, hard-boiled. As many that you're living in your out of shape amnesia. You're very likely to die of physical or moral damage. Fuck it, I'm game. Wait, that doesn't actually tell me how to allocate points. My whole point is I don't know what to upgrade. I guess, like, only focus on those things and nothing else? Honestly, I guess I can see the sense in that. There's literally so many of these, there's no way you could level all of them up. Visual calculus, logic, encyclopedia, hand-eye coordination, interfacing, perception. logic. So visual calculus. So I guess I'll start by just leveling up perception. Except changes in clothes. Alright, fine. I'll commit. I'm doing those 6 and those 6 only. At least until I get a skill point to up my psyche, so that I don't instantly die the next time I take moral damage. But that is it. You can zoom out real fucking far. Start looking at things.
This Post Levantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8100.
Hey, look at that. Perception
slogan,
already coming in
"Mankind,
handy.
Be vigilant.
Admittedly, I'm like 1 over, so I would have succeeded this anyway, but still, came in handy. Good mental revive.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow.
Well, that was interesting. I'm surprised Kim didn't comment on any of that. Okay, I'm wandering a bit too far. I want to investigate the body before anything else. Alright, I feel like that's important to do. Especially since it seems like the day can
You
end.
see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Oh, I just assumed this was always here.
Cop habit. This isn't case related, you think?
Okay. I'm assuming I can trust my own logic.
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty
Visual calculus.
The tire tracks
Yeah!
were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber.
Just because it might not be relevant doesn't mean I don't want to look at it. Start, crash, reverse, turn.
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry.
A car drove through the fence. That feels like a bit obvious thing, but...
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city. I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there.
Nah. No particular reason to investigate it, I guess. Oh, what's this? Light above descending. Okay, child.
Kuno's got this.
A human being.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, nappa comfy, Kuno.
Not getting into this right now. Yeah, you know what? Based on my limited exposure to this kid the last time I played before I died, I I actually do not want to talk to this character.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them, you seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Alright. Look at the tracks.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by
I don't like...
anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs.
I don't really like that as high as my visual calculus is. Like my highest one, and it still only gives me 72%. I'd like something a bit more sure. Like that's not even 3 out of 4 times.
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have
I'm
preserved
not going to remember this, so I hope the game does.
5. Another standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also, you're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 8. And yet another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
400 million. No, I want to seem like a competent detective.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
I also don't want to be argumentative. You can be such an asshole.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
What the hell is hyperopia? I have to look this up. Farsightedness. Well, why didn't you just fucking say farsightedness? You know, don't be a smartass. Way more people are gonna know what farsightedness means. Who the fuck knows what hyperopia is off gate?
A woman or a kid? Understood. Anything else?
Heavy one.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up?
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Maybe it was a giant. It could have been an extremely obese person.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Why do they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim refused to walk to his own lynching.
You have a point there. Anyway, it's something to consider. What else can you see?
I don't really understand why that's even weird. Like, we already know he's probably unconscious, right? Or do we already know he died from being tied up there? Like, the strangulation is what killed him. I don't know exactly how we'd know that.
Interesting. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
I guess if you're a really uncareful driver, sure.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a...
Do you think the strikes are?
7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by...
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal
Thanks for the chime in,
7
visual
days below
calculus.
freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here. And yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. The lieutenant's eyes narrow.
Either way. What else?
Alright. You know what? Still not that far from where I was before, but it's been about 3 hours. I never planned to go far beyond that. So, I'm gonna save. Hell yeah. And I'm gonna quit the game. And then that's pretty much it. I wanna go do some other things in my own time, if possible. I scheduled doing this. Actually, I didn't schedule it on Twitch. I scheduled doing this at 5 p.m. I should not have done that. I'm a fucking idiot. I just closed iTunes. That's what keeps my model running. Oh, that's what keeps my model connected. God damn it. Duh. Okay. Not doing that again. At least not until the stream's actually over. So, with that being said, I wonder who is available to get raided. I mean, I could just raid somebody who's also playing Disco Elysium. Okay, there's like 4 people, so maybe not. None of them draw my eye. So, wait. I could return a raid. There is somebody doing, like, playing Smash right now. Cosmic Blend. They raided me randomly, I think while I was playing Anna's Dream Barbecue. You know, I'll fucking do it. Or, unless there's somebody that I follow that I would want to raid more. Nope, my eyes aren't particularly drawn to any of them, so returning a raid it is. Ba-bam. Alright, so, you know what? As it usually is, I just realized anyone watching on YouTube does not give a shit about it. Okay, well, to people watching on YouTube, stream's about to end and that's it. But people watching on Twitch, it's gonna move over to Cosmic Blend. So, you know, don't say anything to embarrass me. I'm just gonna say hi, and then I'm gonna excuse myself so I can close my eyes for like a minute. I forgot to say it earlier, but I literally came here, started streaming directly after work because I scheduled myself way too early to do this. Go for it.